What's up, you guys? Steven here for Off the Shelf Movie Night to talk to you about physical media, about Blu-rays and 4Ks, and the way we like to buy and own our movies and our TV shows and documentaries, concert videos, whatever. Just owning the physical thing so that we can watch it when we want and not have to worry about it being recut or re-edited. If you're new to the channel, please give me a subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on everything I'm doing, because, like I always say, my posting schedule is a little ridiculous. It depends on what's happening that week as far as production work I'm on. I do try to do Sunday or Monday posts fairly regularly, but it's all over the place. So I was recently on my buddy Ken's show over on MidLevel Media. If you're not a subscriber there already, you really should be. I recommend going over and giving him a sub. He gives out some of the best information and does some of the best content on physical media collecting on YouTube. But on his live stream, we were talking about buying, and, I'd shared with him a few little rules that I have here as far as how I shop and that kind of thing. And I think I'd even told him that I overthink everything when it comes to buying because I'm so, picky about space, because I'm always running tight on space for storage of film and that kind of thing. And it got me to thinking, maybe I should share some of my tactical purchasing plans with you guys, and maybe it'll help you in growing your physical media collection in a way that makes sense for you. And we've talked about this before on this channel. A lot of people collect for very different reasons. Some people are 100% archivists. They just want everything, so they can have everything, be able to watch it when they want, that kind of thing. Others look at it like art, especially the beautiful packaging. So packaging is very important, slipcovers and all that kind of stuff. And then, I find I call myself a curated collector because I only want to maintain things in my library that I really, really like. Really, really is a strong couple of words. If I kind of like it, I'll still keep it because I may want to, revisit it on occasion. It has to be something I'm willing to revisit. If it's something that I think is not worth my time to revisit, then why would I keep it? Because I'll never watch it again. That's just me. I'm not saying that's the way you're supposed to collect. That's just how I collect. So I'm looking at this week's sales. And that's when I started thinking, because every week I look at the sales, and if you want a good breakdown of what sales are happening this week, again, MidLevel Media, he does a physical media report. He'll go through all the sales with you and give you some of the good prices and that kind of thing. But with that said, I just want to talk about me, overthinking everything and trying to share with you my approach to shopping. So the big thing is, right now, this is a tough time to buy from certain labels. The first is Vinegar Syndrome. Now, Vinegar Syndrome is not always featured on Blu-ray.com in the sales. There are some this week listed. But we are within a week and a half, I think, something like that, from their halfway to Black Friday sale. So now at this very moment is not the time to buy. If you can wait another week, because they will be putting some stuff on sale. They'll also be announcing some new titles. The big thing is putting things on sale. Now, speaking of Vinegar Syndrome, though, and Scream Factory and those guys, if you are a collector for art, anything I'm telling you tactically shopping-wise goes out the window. Because if you're shopping for hard boxes or slipcovers or steel books or media books or whatever, you've just got to get those, because they are always limited and they do go out quickly. With that said, Vinegar Syndrome is the one company that you can hold on because they do a very nice thing on their website for customers. They show you quantities of what's available. Now, for example, I'm watching the Death Wish 2 special edition that they put out with slip. I want that slip cover. It's a nice looking edition. It's expensive. I think it's $32 and change, something like that. So right now, that was released limited to 5,000 copies with the slip. But on their website, it says more than 1,000 still available. That could be that there's 4,000 of them left. It could be that there's 1,200 of them left. All I know is there's at least 1,000 copies with slips still available. So I'm holding just a little because I'm trying to take advantage of some other sales. But when I see that drop under 1,000, I'm probably going to jump in there and just buy it because I don't want to miss it. But no one else does that. So Vinegar Syndrome is really the only ones that give you that. That said, they're halfway to Black Friday sales coming. That would be the time to really sort of jump in and start looking at what they have to offer. And then again on Black Friday, they'll have another great sale that weekend. This week there are a lot of Criterion releases on sale at $20. That's a good price for a Criterion Blu-ray. The problem is, if it's a 4K scan, now if it's a movie that's very important to you, then you need to look at this. If it's a 4K scan, my advice from a tactical shopping perspective is to hold on that one, because there will probably be a UHD release, unless you don't mind double dipping. I'm to the point now where if I can avoid double dipping, I'm going to do it. Now, there's always other elements that come into play. Am I in the mood to watch it now? If I'm really in the mood to watch something now, then I may just have to bite the bullet and buy it and that kind of thing. But we're in a funny spot because with Criterion, because they are issuing a lot of things in 4K now, and a lot of the things they are not issuing in 4K, Kino Lorber is issuing in 4K. More than once in the last year, I've kind of been screwed by wanting to see something. Invasion of the Body Snatchers is one of those, and just breaking down and importing it. I imported the Arrow release of Invasion of the Body Snatchers because Screen Factory had it. It went out of print, and then Kino Lorber has snapped it up and put out a 4K. So now I'm in this spot where, do I flip my Region B Invasion of the Body Snatchers and buy that 4K? I probably will at some point, especially if I see that thing go on sale. With that in mind, we had a Kino Lorber sale recently, a really, really good one that if you didn't partake in, you missed out on a good sale. So it's going to be a minute before we have another solid Kino Lorber sale, but I would expect it this summer. So they have some titles listed on Blu-ray.com. I don't think those sale prices are very good. They're in the 20-ish, $25, $27, something like that for their 4Ks. I think we can do better. I got Hard Target on sale for $16 4K, and that was a great deal. So if you want a Kino Lorber title, though, it's going to be a minute before we have another sale. Criterion sale will be in July. It will be in 3 places. It'll be on Criterion's website. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, which is a ton of fun. I love going to Barnes & Noble and buying stuff in person. And then Amazon will jump in and put Criterion's on sale also. And that'll include their 4Ks. During the last Criterion sale, I almost bought The Virgin Suicides, and I'm so happy I didn't, because that is coming in 4K now. I would have been so disappointed. It's a beautiful movie. It'll look gorgeous in 4K, so I'm glad that I'll be watching for that one in July for that sale. Arrow Video. Arrow Video is another boutique label. Again, if you're after slips or hard boxes, then you just need to go ahead and get them. But Arrow Video has one of my favorite sales coming up in July, and that is the Camp Arrow sale. They do this every summer. It is their riff on, the sleepaway camp, slasher camp, Friday the 13th kind of thing, except they put a ton of their really great titles on sale. MVD recently had an Arrow sale. Arrow had a small flash sale of their own. With a small number of titles, the Camp Arrow sale will have a ton of stuff, and that's coming in July. So we have a couple of months to wait. So if there's a new release, special, put your money toward new releases and special editions right now if you want the packaging. Hold on your catalog titles for Arrow Video until July. And the same with Criterion. Hold on those catalog titles until July. That said, I do see Virgin Suicides is $20. Defending Your Life, which is a movie I chased for a long time. I finally got it at a reasonable price because it was $30-something was the best price I saw it. It's $20 right now on Amazon. So it just depends on how much the 4K format, how important that format is to you. Sweet spots. Let me tell you what I ended up picking up. What I have in my cart right now on Amazon from these sales that are happening right now. I'm just logging in. Logging in. I only have a few things in my cart, and a lot of it is simply because I'm tactical shopping. One, I don't have any I have one cold buy listed here, but I'm very confident about it, and that is an A24 film called The Black Coat's Daughter. I know, I haven't seen it. And everyone says it's amazing. Well, right now on Blu-ray.com, they have it listed. It's over on Amazon. You can just go direct to Amazon if you want and search it. I like to throw the potential affiliate. I don't know if they get affiliate, money from it, but hey, I like to try. But it's $10. It's an A24 title, supposedly very, very good. So I have it here. I also am a sucker for the 90s era Clint Eastwood, not Dirty Harry movies. Mostly he's a cop and, he's chasing a serial killer or something like that. I just love those little, lo-fi thrillers that he did. He did a handful of them in the 90s, and one of them is Absolute Power. It's $5. This is not a movie that I have any concern that's ever going to come to 4K. It's a small title. So I have it here in my cart. And then again, Black Coat's Daughter is $10. This one is not listed on Blu-ray.com, but I do see it's a good price. It's an 80s action movie, Rutger Hauer, Sho Kosugi, called Blind Fury. And it is a sort of a 80s pop culture riff on the Zatoichi story. Rutger Hauer is a blind, swordsman, essentially. It's funny and fun, and there's some pretty good action. Sho Kosugi is a great action guy, and he's playing the villain in this movie. Those are what I have right now. Also, 4K wise, I think that anything 4K is probably a pretty safe buy. I think we're kind of done in the upgrade cycle. Cliffhanger is $14.99 on 4K. I think that's a good buy. That's recommended also. So that's the big thing, is I'm trying not to have to double dip as much as I have in the past. If I think something is coming to 4K, I want to try and read the tea leaves and see. The other thing that I like to try to do is figure out if I feel like something is going to be $10 on Black Friday. Shawshank Redemption was my thing last year. I knew it was going to be $10 on Black Friday. It was. I think Green Mile, if you don't have it and you're not interested in the Steelbook but you want the movie, I think that one's worth holding on till Black Friday. I think this Cliffhanger also, if $15 is a good price for a 4K, but if you're willing to wait, I think that's a $10 Black Friday sale item. It's a long time to wait, though. But we have a lot of movies to collect. Oops, sorry. Bumped the mic there. We have a lot of movies to collect and a lot of movies to watch. So I try to read these tea leaves to save money and focus on things that I have to focus on. There's so many pre-orders happening right now. As of the recording of this, tomorrow, Escape from New York comes out. And if you want those Shout Factory, Scream Factory slipcovers, you're going to need to get that right away if you haven't already. I pre-ordered it. If it gets here tomorrow, I will crack that open and we'll take a look at it together. I see a lot of people have already gotten theirs that ordered the big box with the vinyl and the whole thing. I just wanted the movie with the slip, so I pre-ordered it. So yeah, there's a lot of those. If you're an international shopper like I am, Second Sight has some great pre-orders. The Witch is one you want to put some time and money into. They have a beautiful hardbox for that. Drive, they have a beautiful hardbox and book for that. Those things are what we need to kind of probably be focusing on right now, because we can hold on a lot of this stuff until the sales start. So tell me in the comments, how do you shop? Do you go to this much trouble and this much thought when you're shopping, or do you just grab stuff that look good to you? I mean, I'm not saying the way I do it is right. It's like kind of crazy how much I overthink stuff. First thing I do is look at the movie and think, am I going to rewatch it? Okay, so the answer is yes. Then do I think it's going to come to 4K? If the answer is yes, then I might hold on it. Or do I think it's going to be part of one of the sales that I know are coming up? All this stuff for every freaking movie I buy. It's a little ridiculous. But I want to make sure my library is curated to me, and I take full advantage of the space that I have available to me. Right? So that's my thinking. That's some thoughts I have about this week's sales. Again, if you don't care about 4K, you can get really great prices on Amazon on some good Criterion movies right now. The one that I think you could safely purchase that's on sale, it's $20, is called Day Trippers. That is a great indie sort of dramedy about a woman who believes her husband is cheating on her and over the holidays. So her and her entire crazy family get in a car and go into the city. So it's a fish out of water thing. It's a comedy. There's romance, the whole thing. It's a very good movie. I don't know that that's a candidate for 4K, at least not in the short term. And that one's $20. It's a good purchase. Highly recommended by me. It's a good, cute film. So anyway, that's my recommendation. That's where my thinking is. I know it's a little spastic and all over the place, but I got a lot more stuff coming. Let me know about what your shopping habits are, and let's talk about it in the comments. Until next we meet, pull something cool off the shelf, share it with friends and family, and remind them why physical media is the best way to watch films and TV. I'll see you guys on the next one.